take it away.
Hello, SGDQ 2023. I'm Keyzeron, and I'm joined by the experts of X-Men Arcade. We have LRock, we have MetroidMaster. Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Doing great.
I am fantastic.
Now, anyone who has any information on GDQ at all, you've seen me around, you've seen LRock around, but MetroidMaster, I've known you for years at this point in time. Like, we haven't got to really talk, but like we've definitely interacted. This is your
Just
first
like a few
event,
times,
isn't it?
yeah. Yes, this will be my first time running at a GDQ event, so I am like absolutely stoked. It's funny, I was doing submissions. I'm used to seeing whatever. I saw that like one bit of green on my submissions. I was like, no way, no, this, oh, wow. So immediately, like, my roommate, Brassman, and one of my good friends, Katsuke, they were on a Discord call. I immediately jumped in and I was like, yo, I just got into a GDQ.
It's always exciting to see people who have been part of the event in some way, shape, or form, but haven't gotten a run-in yet, finally get their opportunity. And you got someone who's an expert on being on stage, so it's the perfect combination. Now, speaking of combinations, obviously you do have to work together with something like this. What's different about the approach compared to maybe just doing like a solo run?
Well, let's see. The only big co-op strat that really leans in is the screen locking. What we'll be doing a lot of is, in order to be able to make sure the screen doesn't scroll, because sometimes if you're hitting enemies like off to the side, it scrolls and spawns more enemies. As long as one of us is holding the left side of the screen, that's not going to happen. So we can condense and box them in a lot easier that way. Really helpful for the boss rush at the end too. So it's a good strat. We discovered it at some random point, I forget when, and we were just like, wow, this is good.
Yeah, we
should
were
keep
in the
doing
middle
this, and we
of
just stopped doing
like
it.
a boss rush during a stage. I was like, oh yeah, you know, if some person sits here, the screen's not going to scroll because it's not going to force the other player to move.
Yeah, and putting bosses against the wall in that game is really, really strong. So having that is a very, very useful piece of business. So
now, is there like a specific like character combination you two are going to be using, or is that something that rotates throughout the run?
Well, I'm playing Storm because Storm is hands down the best character in the game. She's been my main since I picked this game up back in like 2018, I think, and she's who I ran for my solo run at AGQ 2021. We do, however, have a bid war for the second character, and I'll let MetroidMaster talk about that a bit.
So we have a bid war between two characters. You can donate to either have me play as Nightcrawler, or you can have me play as Colossus. Nightcrawler, I'll be taking like a little bit more of a backseat to LRock, but I will be still putting some work in, throwing in a couple mutant powers. Colossus, however, I get to take a little bit more of a front row seat in the first few stages, especially we have some infinites against some bosses. Colossus has this screen clearing power shout mutant power that we get to use. That's also a meme with like a whole other convention. Anyone is familiar with MagFest? There's a whole meme behind the Colossus Roar. The story goes that in the early days of MagFest, they had a 6-player X-Men arcade cabinet right by the doors to the arcade room, and the machine was loud. So you could be walking down the hallway, and you would, anytime someone used Colossus mutant power, you could hear it. So later on, attendees to the convention would just randomly start doing the Colossus Roar power shout.
Now, we can see that live during the run if you all help with that bid war. I personally want Colossus for that alone.
Everyone should. That was part of our submission process. I remember the first time we double 1cc'd the game, and the first marathon run we did back in 2022 were both with Nightcrawler. And then came time for HDQ submissions. Like, so we're both going to go. We might as well submit the run, but we've already got Nightcrawler in the pocket. But I was like, people want to see Colossus. Let's just try that too. And then we got it like 3 days later,
right.
And that was our submission video.
And then I think at one point during some of our practice, we got a couple no-miss one-credit clears where neither of us took a death throughout the entire
double
run.
no death, which is really, really difficult, but
that's incredibly impressive.
Done it.
Oh,
you know, the run is going to be impressive, folks. You'll want to stay tuned in. Please donate for Colossus. If I am 5 floors up from the event space and I do not hear a Colossus roar, then I know that you let me down, Twitch chat, and I know that you like proving me wrong. So prove me wrong. Get Colossus in, gentlemen. You're going to kill it. Thank you for
so
being
much.
a part of this interview. We'll see you all on the other side.
Thank you so much for that interview, Keyzeron. LRock and MetroidMaster. I'm sure we're all looking forward to that run. Update on the bid war. Nightcrawler has just pulled into the lead. It's so close. 3,000 $993 for Nightcrawler, while Colossus is at $3,910. So keep those donations coming. I'm excited to see who wins. On the edge of my seat here. I just got a $150 donation from Markovic that says, happy to donate again. Always a pleasure to watch some awesome games played fast. $50 comes in from Jerome that says, really loving SGDQ so far. Fantastic runs and runners. Fantastic crowd and chat. And what a fantastic team GDQ are for making this event happen. Let's keep the donations coming to support an equally fantastic cause, MSF and their work. Yeah, shout outs to MSF. $100 comes in from Reload Dead that says, I kind of fell into this channel by accident, but this has been so cool. It's fascinating watching everyone's little tips and tricks to speedrun. As well, the little bits of trivia that are thrown in. $5 comes in from 2 loaves of bread that says, thank you, chef, smile. Thank you, chef. We just got a $50 anonymous donation with no comment, but we appreciate the generosity. Loquax sends in $50 and says, reminder to get your donations matched by your employer, chef. Anonymous donates $15 that says, go fast. Oh, we will, Anonymous. We will. We've got a $5 donation from Chef that says, yes. $25 comes in from Anonymous that says, less than 3. Can we get some hearts in the chat for everyone hard at work making this event happen? Shout outs to all the runners, the volunteers, the staff, and of course our mods. Make sure you say thank you to your mods. $50 comes in from Anonymous. No comment, but once again, we appreciate the generosity. $20 comes in from Billy Phoenix They say, here's $20 to get me in on that sweet Sunset Riders cross-stitch less than 3. And a reminder, everyone, we still do have prizes available. All you need to do is go to the Games Done Quick website for more details. And folks, we are here supporting Doctors Without Borders this week. We have currently raised $909,000, which is an incredible amount, but we would love to hit that $1 million mark. And if you're wondering who Doctors Without Borders is, Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, brings medical humanitarian assistance to people affected by conflict, natural disasters, epidemics, and healthcare exclusion. When disaster strikes, MSF staff are often among the first on the scene, sometimes arriving in a matter of minutes. 94% of money raised by MSF USA in 2021 came from individual donors, as they do not accept any government funding and are free from any government's political or military goals. This allows MSF to reach communities in need without restriction, often going where other organizations cannot. And a reminder that every time you donate, you are saving lives. You are making a difference, whether it's $5, $50, $100, it matters. And folks, I'm getting word that we are ready for the next run. Let's have a round of applause for Nistani with Lunistis.